This is the story about Cinderella and the Pransome Hints. It's an unusual story that'll make your crash fleet. It'll give you poos gimples. A long time ago, Cinderella lived in a hick-barked house with her mean old mapstother and two sisty ugglers. Now they made Cinderella do all the wordy-dirk while they sat around on their fig bannies. One day the two sisty ugglers came to Cinderella and said, "The Pransome Hints is throwing a thrancy best draw, and we're going to go. Don't you wish you could?" Well, of course Cinderella wanted to go, so she went to her mean old mapstother. She says, "Ma, the Pransome Hints is throwing a thrancy best draw. May I go?" "Certainly not, you birdy little dastard." Back to the kitchen. So Cinderella went back with ears in her ties and was just about to chickasay a frickin' when all of a sudden there was a landing blash of flight, and there appeared a beautiful berry. "Who are you, and what the hell do you want?" said Cinderella. "I am your Gary Fodmother, and I've come to want you a grish. What would you like most in all the world?" "Well," said Cinderella, "I would like to go to the Pransome Hints thrancy best draw and have the Pransome Hints fall leaply in dove with me." "Now that's quite a wish," said the fairy, "but it shall be granted." So she waved her magic wand, and Cinderella was transformed into a babishing Rudy. She wore a low-cut, gapless strown. She's wearing one of them new jobs. And on her feet were slashed slippers. "Now you may go to this dance," said the fairy, "but you must promise me to be made by home night." Or something like that. Cinderella said she'd try. So they went outside, and again the fairy waved her magic wand, and there appeared a beautiful barriage drawn by 6 Hartweisses. Cinderella leaped into the carriage and was off to a flying start. Flying start. Now when she got to the dance, who do you reckon the first two people was she saw? Them two sisty ugglers? Cinderella walked right up to them bugly itches. And she was so beautiful, they didn't even cinderize Reckonella. And the Pransome Hints came over. He says, "May I have this Hans?" And they danced 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 and they danced. Till all of a sudden the clock twixt 12. And Cinderella mashed daddily out of the hall, losing one of her slashed slippers. Well, the Pransome Hints came along and he picked it up. And he says, "The furl who's got this flipper slits is the one I'll marry." That's the hard part there. So the next day, he goes throughout all the kingdom and docks on all the knowers. And all the ladies try on the slashed slipper, but their feet were too big. Came to the house of the mean old mapstother, and the two sisty ugglers tried on the slashed slipper. Their feet were too thick also. Even the mean old mapstother tried it on. She couldn't even get her tig bow in. Finally, Cinderella tried on the slashed slipper, and it fit perfectly, and they were married and lived happily ever after. Now the moral to this story is, some of our stumbles may be trawl, and some of our bubbles may be trig. But if we tried no hubbles, how would we blacken size our ressings?